On Tuesday, SMCI shares popped 2%, trading at around $49.xx on an unusually heavy $627.5 million in volume, nearly double its recent average, signaling renewed investor interest in Supermicro's AI server story. Insider activity under the spotlight. Intriguingly, SMCI insiders have filed 13 Form 4 transactions over the past 6 months, predominantly sell orders by senior executives. While insider selling isn't inherently bearish, often driven by diversification or tax planning, it's something investors watch closely for signs of confidence, or lack thereof, in the company's near-term prospects. Europe calls, manufacturing on the rise. In a clear nod to surging AI demand on the continent, SMCI announced plans to ramp up manufacturing investment in Europe, expanding its existing production site in Hertogenbosch, the Netherlands. CEO Charles Liang told CNBC that growth in Europe is very strong, and they intend to double down with additional server assembly capacity to meet regional orders sooner and cut shipping lead time substantially. Stock reaction, up 4% and counting. Following the European expansion announcement, SMCI shares surged roughly 4% in late trading as investors cheered the geographically diversified growth strategy. The jump reflects optimism that local production will unlock higher margins by sidestepping overseas freight snarls and strengthen ties with hyperscalers seeking compliant, EU-based suppliers. Not content with Europe alone, Supermicro is on track to bring new facilities in Malaysia and Taiwan online this year, part of a broader effort to diversify its global manufacturing footprint. By adding Southeast Asian and East Asian capacity, SMCI aims to mitigate single-region risks and ensure continuous supply for critical AI server components. Why regional diversification matters. Imagine an AI cluster order from a major cloud provider. Every week of delay equates to millions in deferred revenue. By running plants in the Netherlands, Malaysia, and Taiwan, SMCI essentially creates a server assembly relay race, handing off production between sites to keep pipeline queues short and customers, and revenue, flowing smoothly. The competitive advantage of localized supply. Local factories mean faster lead times, lower freight costs, and reduced tariffs. For European customers bound by data residency and security regulations, made in Hertogenbosch resonates far more than built in Fremont. This on-the-ground presence can tip decisions versus competitors shipping servers halfway around the globe. Picture a new AI data center in Frankfurt itching for gear. With SMCI's Dutch plant churning out racks in days, the site goes from empty shell to live cluster in weeks, not months. Contrast that with sourcing from the US, where ocean freight and customs hurdles could add precious time their AI workloads can't afford to waste. While 13 insider trades might raise eyebrows, context matters. Some sales coincide with pre-planned trading windows, estate planning needs, or option exercises. No significant insider buying has offset these sells, but the broader growth story seems to outweigh any short-term caution among management. At $627 million in volume, equating to nearly 30 million shares exchanged, this bout of activity dwarfed SMCI's 50-day average of about 48 million shares traded per day. High volume on a price rise typically signals conviction buying, suggesting institutional players are scaling in ahead of the new facility ramps. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, like the video, it means much to me, or hit the subscribe button and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. How this fits into the AI gold rush. SMCI servers, packed with NVIDIA GPUs, are the silent workhorses of the AI boom. As large language models and generative AI workloads proliferate, every hyperscaler, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, needs vast quantities of GPU-dense racks. SMCI's strategy is to ensure those racks are built, tested, and shipped from multiple global hubs, keeping an uninterrupted supply chain. Think of SMCI like Tesla's gigafactories, but for AI servers. Instead of Model 3s rolling off an assembly line, its blade servers and GPU modules. And just like Tesla opening plants in Shanghai and Berlin to serve local markets, SMCI is building micro-gigafabs in Europe and Asia to satisfy regional AI insatiability. The margin equation: closer plants, thicker margins. Manufacturing near customers can shave 10 to 15% off freight and logistics costs. If SMCI nets an extra $200 per server in saved expenses, multiplied across hundreds of thousands of units, that's a serious margin boost, fueling both operating income and free cash flow for further R&D and capex. Risk check: overcapacity concerns. Rapid facility expansions can lead to overcapacity if demand forecasts overshoot reality. SMCI must carefully phase its build-outs to avoid idle lines, an expensive misstep in the capital-intensive server business. But so far, robust ordering from hyperscalers and enterprise AI adopters appears to justify the growth. Analyst take: bullish versus bearish. Bullish view: Europe expansion accelerates revenue by 20%, diversifies risk, and cements SMCI as a top 2 global supplier alongside Dell and HPE, which could hit Smci to $300 in the coming years. Bearish view: insider sells precede margin pressure, rising capex could weigh on free cash flow in the near term. Consensus leans positive: SMCI's 12-month target price sits 15 to 20% above current levels across major brokerages. Imagine a cloud giant drops a 50,000 server order overnight to propel a new AI service. Plants in Malaysia and Taiwan swing into overdrive, stamping out rack after rack. Meanwhile, the Dutch site picks up overflow. SMCI's multi-site agility lets the company fill that order seamlessly, earning the kind of aftermarket praise that turns into repeat business. Leadership on the ground: CEO Charles Liang. Liang's mantra, "Go where demand burns hottest," underpins these expansion moves. A former automations engineer, he views each factory as a microcosm of innovation: lean lines, just-in-time inventory, and real-time dashboards monitoring throughput. His hands-on approach, often touring sites unannounced, reinforces his reputation as a factory whisperer. Community and culture: building an AI ecosystem. SMCI's European hires aren't just assemblers, many are AI system integrators, engineers who fine-tune server configurations for specific workloads. This local expertise creates a virtuous cycle: customers in Amsterdam or Munich benefit from on-site support, while SMCI deepens relationships that lead to larger fleets and longer contracts. Supply chain resilience: lessons from 2021. After the global chip shortage woes of 2021, SMCI revamped its sourcing, multi-fab partnerships, safety stock buffers for critical components, and AI-powered demand forecasts. The result? Even as chip shortage fears resurfaced in 2024, SMCI met 95% of its delivery schedules, well above industry averages. Note this as well. And there followed another angel, saying, "Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead, or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up for ever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night. Who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints, here are they that keep the commandments of God, and the faith of Jesus. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth, yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. Revelation 14 verses 8 to 13. Fear God, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven, and earth, and the sea, and the fountains of waters. Revelation 14 verse 7. I appeal to you to fear God and obey his law. For his commandments are sure and his word everlasting. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Want more information? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage me to continue bringing to you insightful information. Do not miss out on our future videos full of insight. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's blessings and care. Wait, watch and pray. See you in the next video according to God's will.